Are you only interested in training? Well, on today's episode, we are going to evaluate how we've played for a season and its effect on training. We're also going to be planning ahead to fill the gaps in our team. These are the Porto Diaries. My name is Daljit. Welcome to Bustthenet. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to stay in touch for more videos like this. All right, so here we are. We played a season already, right? So it's time now to review how we've done and then plan ahead. So this is not going to be a very long show. Schedule. So how did we do last season? So if we look at the Champions League last season, we went quite far, right? We went all the way to the knockout rounds and we were knocked out by Liverpool 2-0. I mean, I couldn't beat Liverpool. They were just too damn strong, right? So we did the best that we could do in the Champions League. So in the Champions League, we did well enough to get into the quarterfinals. But that's where our story ended, because we met Liverpool, and Liverpool are basically unstoppable. So they knocked us out. We did good. They couldn't beat us at home, but we lost at Anfield 2-0. And then this is a crazy match. Juventus and Bayern Munich 5-4 in aggregate. Into the semi-finals, we had Liverpool beating Bayer Leverkusen, Barcelona knocking Bayern Munich out in a penalty shootout, and then needing extra time to take care of Liverpool at the Atatürk Stadium. So Barcelona Champions League winners, Liverpool runners-up. I'm happy because it had a positive effect on our balances. When I started the save, I was looking at 19 million as overall cash balance. Now I'm closer to about 75 million. I have a strategy when it comes to money, right? It's called using the wage budget as your cap. So here my wage budget is 43 million. It means that I have to sell players. I have to sell 43 million worth of players every season. That's the way I operate. So it's easier for me that way. I mean, I don't want to look at the sponsorship coming in. I don't want to look at the prize money coming. That's all bonus, right? So transfer history. So when I look at how I did last season, again, I sold 43 million worth of players. It's really simple. I don't overcomplicate the shit. And these are all cash clause transfers. Like this guy Danilo Pereira. The moment he starts making more appearances, Beijing Guoan, I like to do installments and then per league appearance, right? So all he has to do is 10 league appearances and I pick up then the add-ons. So that's what I did. So everything else was installments. You pay me installments and they generally are like that as well. So I got Majid Waris off as well. He can't fit into our team. So now in our squad, we have to think about our future, right? So now comes the second part. So you've done all this. So what's the next step? Now, people have asked me about scouting. Now, scouting is a cycle when you do youth training, right? When you want to do youth development, it's a cycle. You don't scout for youth every season. You scout when you think you can bring them into the main team, right? So imagine you go scout a player who's 19 years old, 5-star wonder kid, and you can't play him in your main team. You're gonna have issues, right? Now we have issues. Because we have basically we have all these players. We got 6 players. How am I going to fit them in? How am I going to scout somebody and add him to this? I can't add an outfield player. There's no way I can do that. In fact, my challenge right now is which of these outfield players is staying this season, because I've got to loan them out. They need to play more, right? They managed to get some game time in, like Alfonso Sousa. He played something like only 4 games last season. So in terms of his development, yeah, well, his progress was like okay. So I have to send him out, even though I'm looking at his growth in attributes as well. His determination, quite a number of these boys' determination all went up because of their exposure to the mentoring groups, right? So I was happy with some of these players. Estevez did really well. He's progressed quite well in terms of his attributes. Determination has gone up. So once I move the mentoring groups around, because if you watch the last show, I'll have explained to you guys why the mentoring groups, why this group did so well and the others didn't do so well, because players are mixed up. So we've gone out and we've done it nicely, and ever since I did that, Estevez's determination started to improve. So he's now getting there, even though he's only a balanced personality. He's positively influenced by this group, man. But Pepe has said he's going to retire. So I mean, I'm trying to ask him. I'm trying to get him to reconsider retiring. I want him because he's a perfectionist. Plus, I can play Pepe. I know I can. Right? So even if you're 7, I'll play you, man. But you know, once Pepe goes, then this Diego Lopez Resolute, he's not gonna have that. Diego Late is gonna be the one which has got influence on this group. So we got kind of a little late. I mean, we something to forestall the departure of Pepe. So we've handled the mentoring. Now, the biggest thing right now for me is which of these players is the one that I have an issue with. Right? In terms of performances last season, we did okay except for one person. This guy, Augustin Marchesin. Performances wise, he wasn't that fantastic, right? So if I'm looking at his form, I won't see the form right now, but this is his last season's form, right? Pretty inconsistent. He's just a short stopper. He's not fantastic, right? But I was a bit disappointed, right? But if you look at his attributes, I should be actually quite happy with how he managed to do. He's got aerial reach of 14. His handling is only 14. His reflexes only 16. So this is where the scouting comes in. So what I've done is I've gone to my board because I only really have 10 staff. If you look at my recruitment team, I only have 10 scouts. But I want to expand my network. So what I've done is I've gone and hired staff that have got knowledge of certain countries. I want to improve my knowledge of Mexico, of Switzerland, Serbia, Ukraine, Austria, and I want to send my scouts there. So I've gone out there to hire more scouts. So once those scouts come in, I'll be sending one guy to Mexico. I'll be sending one more guy to Ukraine, Austria. So I'm gonna cover these countries: Portugal, Belgium, Bulgaria, South Africa, Austria, Ukraine, Serbia, Mexico, Switzerland, Holland, Italy. My typical countries that I do all the time. So all these assignments are standard. So Mexico, they're all the same. What are they? Am I asking them to look for goalkeepers? No, we just do this, develop our database of players. In terms of my shortlist, I have a couple of goalkeepers already. I got one, Alejandro Pizarro. I might be signing him. He's valued at 2.7 million. He's an Italian under 21 keeper. He's got aerial reach of 13, handling of 14. His reflexes are 16. His one-on-ones is not bad. He could be a quality signing for this club. So this might be a player that I go for. Meanwhile, my scout priorities also include a whole bunch of keepers. All right, so we've got a lot of goalkeepers here, but this is 26. So what I do is, these are the recommendations. All this, so I make it really fast. Right, so my scouts are already coming in with recommendations of some of these players. So I remove every player that is 49 and below, or 60 and below. We got all this and I just remove them. Right, so scouting, cancel assignment. So we got all these, we're canceling the assignments. In terms of recommendations, we've got one defender that's recommended, and I got this goalkeeper from Non 68, Alban Lafont. So he's a youngster, a French goalkeeper that's about 10.2, worth 10.25 maybe, right? So, and then we look at the coach reports, the overview. He's not a bad signing. Matches a new signing, has a fairly sporting attitude. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, now start. I might be signing him because financially, right, our buffer is 43 million, right? So I have to sell 43 million worth of players. We were able to sell 43 million of players last season. So this season, I have to identify the players that I might want to sell. Augustin Marchesin is one. Defenders, the next one who might be going is Alex Telles. He's wanted by some big clubs, so I might be letting him go. This is the thing about development saves. You got to be realistic. You want to make money? Make. You get your cycle going until, because once your cash balance is big, you are in a very strong position, because then you can slowly build on that success. So you can bring in more higher reputation players. So here we got Alex Telles. He might be going. Diego Lopez will have to step up in his place. He isn't there yet, but I think he should do quite well. So we have to work on his training. So this brings me to my next thing. So in terms of training now, our highest priority is going to be our fullbacks. So we've created what is I like to call my playmaking fullback training schedule. So here, of course, this is all wrong. This is all this is basically for another training schedule. So for the playmaking fullback, we're working on dribbling, first touch, passing, composure, flair, vision, teamwork. This is all from, and it will help my defenders out because it's for the defensive unit. Crossing, dribbling, finishing, long shots, anticipation of the ball. This will work on the fullbacks. This is going to work on their dribbling, their vision, their composure, and their passing. And this is going to work on the mentals for all players. Anticipation, composure, concentration, decisions, all the work, positioning, teamwork, and vision. I like this because I get teamwork and I get concentration. Because in this, I don't get concentration. Right? So it's a nice, I love tactical. Seriously, I can't live without tactical. Tactical is the only schedule I know of that gives me the best spread for mentals because all the mentals are there. So we've done all this. So this becomes my playmaking fullback schedule that will get incorporated into my monthly schedule once early season training is over. So every month I will do this twice. So I do 2 of these. I do attacking, I do defensive. I do 2 of these and I do 1 mental. So that should cover my 5. And that should basically be it. So in terms of dynamics, we're doing okay. Results, we're doing okay. We were unbeaten in the league last season. So I'm not really covering all the results. I'm not even going to show the games because this is about developing players. Danilo Pereira is gone. Next is going to be Augustin Marchesin. And this guy, Jesus Corona. He's another player that is going to be transfer listed. 100%. He is also going. So I got Zenit. I got Lokomotiv Moscow, I got Marseille. If they want him for loans, they can have him for loans. But this is another 17 million player. I probably can sell it. Hopefully, I can sell him for like about 20 million. He has an MRC of 43 million, which I don't mind. If they meet the minimum fee release clause, it will be brilliant for us. So, once we get the cycle going, we should be fine. Club Vision, we managed to renegotiate our Club Vision as well. There was one in here when the season ended where the board wanted me to sign high reputation players, right? So when we got a chance to renegotiate our contract, I suggested that we remove high reputation players. So, and they agreed, but I had to do it with win silverware end of 2024-25 season. So this is hilarious. No? I was like, huh? You want me to win 1 cup within the stated time frame? Sure, we've already won 1 cup. We won the Alliance Cup. We won the league title, and hopefully we win something else. I hope this is not Champions League. If it's Champions League, then I'm in trouble. But I think they mean the Taco, which is this Taca de Portugal, right? So we're doing okay. So this is gonna be quite a tall order for us. They want us to win the Taca de Portugal. I mean, I think we can. The Champions League, they expect us to get to the first round, which is okay. Reach the first round, knockout round. I think we can do that. In terms of board requests, slowly I'm gonna ask them to improve youth facilities as well. But I don't want to. I think I can actually. If they're doing improve this, let's see if they agree. Done. So we've got our youth facility. So end of the first season, once of my results, they give me a new contract. I jump in, and this is going to be huge, right? So staff. Now there's another one as well. Cut back. Nope. Increase youth recruitment. We've done that. Finance. Okay. So all the things I need to increase the quality of youth coming into the club, I've done. Right. So, and we've renegotiated our we've set everything up, right? The board is happy. My training has been set up for the season ahead. I've identified players that are going to go. I've identified the signings that I need to make, and I've set up my scouting priorities. I've gone out there and hired four more scouts who have got country knowledge so that I can increase my scouting network to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 countries. Once again, Portugal, Belgium, Bulgaria, South Africa, Austria, Ukraine, Serbia, Mexico, Switzerland, Holland, and Italy. So that's it. A quick update on what I'm doing in the Porto Diaries. I know people have been asking for. I'm trying to do different focuses, right? I don't want to make this about a playthrough where I am playing the game, and you've seen enough of that. And you see it on Twitch, you see it on some of the other shows. So this covers areas of the game that I typically don't really cover very well in a playthrough. There's not really a lot of time, and furthermore, there's such a gap. There's a huge gap, right? You know, mentoring results. You probably would have forgotten episode 1 and then episode 24. You see the mentoring results. So here it's a bit faster, and you can see the flow of an entire season within 4 episodes. But we finished we finished season 1. We're getting ready for season 2. By the next episode, we should logically be able to see whether we've had any substantial improvements in some of these players. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have any questions, please look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addicted2fm.com, my website. Once again, I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel. You make these kind of shows possible for everybody else. You guys take care. Have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.